could watch only one game this week, I think this would be the one.
Both of these teams have some great competitors on their roster, so look for some great individual efforts throughout this game.
Weber goes for three. Pushes it up to Dell. To Pierce. He pulls the trigger.
The assist to number 28, Tony Dell.
To Lewis. He fakes.
Out of bounds.
I don't see the official reversing his call.
Of course not, Don. What the player's trying to do is get a better call next time.
You got to watch that player when he isolates his man. Block shot.
Out of bounds. Celtics ball.
Dell puts up the shot. Great shot. With a nice shot fake. Pass to Weber. He pulls the trigger. Brown is charged with the foul.
42, Kendrick Brown.
If you're coaching at the high school level, this is the kind of guy you want to see your players watch.
I got to admit, he has flawless technique. No good. Gets his second.
Let's go!
He calls for the clear out.
Looks like there might be some shaking and baking going on here.
This is not the kind of D they wanted to play.
Right now, the tempo is definitely favoring the other side.
And we both know how important setting the pace is for both these teams. He crosses over. Knocked away.
Just not happening for him tonight, Don.
Celtics ball.
We've got an isolation. Let's see if another defender comes over to help. Dell hits it.
This man is putting on a shooting clinic tonight.
Fakes it. To Davis. Passes off to Lewis. Strips the ball. Back to Dell. Back to Walker. The fake, batted away by Seawell. Powers it down with a two-handed jam. Seems to me they're looking to generate some points in the paint. Gives it off to Brown. No! Lewis with the board. Comes up empty. Brown takes the rebound.
All-star Paul Pierce is looking for an all-star performance tonight.
Looks at the three. No. Davis grabs the board with the quick spin move. To Davis. Tosses it into O'Neal. I thought he was going to tear down the rim with that two-handed jam. He'll bring it up court. Dell puts it up.
Boston misfires again. They have got to find a way to score.
Kicks it out to Dell. If they can run a few isolation plays for him, he'll come up with points. Weber with the board. Pierce is called for the foul. These guys are hot under the collar.
They had courtside seats to watch that play. It didn't make it look any better than them.
That's a 6-0 run. The Magic are ahead by 3.
Come on, let's go, fellas.
He sets up the offense. The rest of the team gave him some room to operate. Finger roll. To Lewis with a nice shot fake. Brown is called for the defensive foul. Lewis spends a lot of time working on his free throws, and it shows up in his stats. Misses the first.
Into the game for the Boston Celtics, number 7, Isaiah Wright.
Lewis makes it.
Step up the D, boys.
He'll bring it up court. Puts out the jumper. To T-Mac. He puts up the J.
The assist to number 1, Aaron Davis.
One One-on-one, this player is hard to stop. Pierce gets him in the air. Blocked by Shaq. To the truth. Puts up the J. Look for Baron Davis to take it to the hole a lot in this game. T-Mac is one of the most exciting players in the league right now.
Here's a guy down that has the ability to alley-oop to himself for sick dunks. Not too many players can do that. Pinpoint passing as he came off that pick and hit him when he rolled.
Rejects it. We're seeing the post players trying to establish position.
He's looking for the entry pass so he can go to work, Don.
From right of the circle. Orlando wants to push it. To Lewis. To McGrady. To Weber. Pump fake. Back to Davis. Now that's what I call a power jam.
The assist to Baron Davis.
Dell pulls the trigger. Here, rounds the offensive board. At the end of the first quarter, Orlando is up 16 to 10. The first quarter didn't quite go the way they'd hoped.
But they saw a lot of good things from some of the players. If you want my advice, go back to those guys and see what else they can get.
For 3 points. Off the mark. Weber takes the rebound. Orlando is showing us their running game right now.
The assist to number 4, Chris Weber.
Passes off to Dell. You got to keep your eyes open out there.
Even if it's a bad pass, you just need to be aware of it and make a play for the ball.
To Weber with a nice shot fake. That was a slick two-handed jam. Lou will bring it up court. For 3 points. Swatted away by Weber. He bites on the shot fake.
All of a sudden, they can't connect on anything.
They're coming up dry. Back to Davis. Pass to Lewis.
Out of bounds. Boston ball into the game for the Celtics.
If they want a shot at this one, they've got to pick up the intensity on offense.
The offense is looking to get something in the post.
They want to try to get the post players involved.
Bats it away. Lou takes the jumper. Lewis takes the board. O'Neal fakes the shot to Davis. Dishes off to McGrady. Nails the Rainmaker. You know, Bob, if this were a game of horse, that's got to be an 8.
You got that right.
Lou is looking to go down low and get some points in the paint. Strips the ball. He pump fakes.
What's the double? That's a travel.
To Davis. Shot blocked by Lou.
Get your head in the game.
Out of bounds. Orlando ball.
He sets things up.
For the Celtics. Number 42, Kendrick.
He fakes the shot to
And
Lewis.
number 20,
To Weber.
Eric Strickland.
Looks for 3. Got it.
He has got some fresh
The
moves.
assist to
And that gives him
Rashard
another
Lewis.
basket.
And I think we will see a few more of those.
Orlando is playing some electrifying ball right now.
Oh, this is some good stuff now.
Some of the best we've seen tonight. Gives it off to Brown. Back to Brown. To Lou. He puts it up.
He's out of sync with their offense right now.
Passes off to Lewis. With a nice shot fake. In the clear. Davis can't find the hole. Willis picks it out of the air. Lou initiates the offense. I think we're seeing a call for some post play here.
They want to work the ball inside to see how the defense reacts. Antoine Walker never met a three-point shot he didn't like.
He suckered the defense, then dished it off. One thing you have to give him, he's got an explosive lead.
Yeah, but if he had better timing, he could maybe be leading the league in block shots.
McGrady with the fake. Powers it down with a two-handed jam. Orlando increases their lead to 16.
I'm getting hammered at this.
To Strickland.
Start calling it. On your left.
Gives it off to McCarty. To Strickland.
Right side. Clock.
Lou puts it up. Nails the jumper.
The assist to Eric Strickland.
To the Diesel. Passes off to Weber. He fakes. Dishes off to Lewis. Tosses it into Weber. To Davis. To Lewis. From three-point territory.
That shot's automatic for him, and his coach needs him to shoot it more often.
Rashard Lewis.
Call that.
Lou wants to try and work it into the post here. Davis grabs it. Orlando runs the ball right back up court. To O'Neal. He pump fakes. Willis with the steal.
Hey.
Lou is trying to get the ball into the post area.
If they can get points in the paint, they open up the outside shot.
He'll bring it up court. Lou sets it up. He takes the jumper. He buries the shot. Boston is down by 17. To Lewis. With a nice shot fake. Gives it off to Lewis. To T-Mac.
Out of bounds, Boston ball. Into the game for the Boston Celtics. Number 4, Tony Petit.
He's looking to make the entry pass.
And if they can get it in there, they have a good chance of scoring.
To McCarty. To Petit. He fakes the shot. He unloads. Orlando isn't playing their best defense right now.
They were less than impressive that time.
Pass to Davis.
Teams try to limit Weber's production by double-teaming him. The problem is he's such a good passer. He can make the sweet passes and still run with his assists.
He's now got 8 points. This team needs to get back under control.
They can't afford to be throwing the ball away like that.
At the end of the second quarter, the Magic are up 33-20. Bob, their coach looked a little surprised to be down at half.
Well, he knows his guys are capable of playing better than what we've seen so far. He just doesn't understand what's wrong with them.
He comes away with it. Davis sets it up on the right side. Up fake to the Diesel. To Lewis. Back to Lewis. Three-pointer. Oh, my goodness. That's 8 points for the fifth-year veteran. Delk sets the offense. Shot blocked by McGrady. To T-Mac with a nice little spin move. He threw that one down hard.
The assist to Rashard Lewis.
You got to watch that player when he isolates his man. Blocked by T-Mac. He couldn't keep the ball in play.
It looked like he tripped over his own feet that time.
He's going to try and take his man one-on-one here. Rips the ball. Orlando is running the floor tonight. Sends it to Davis. With the layup, the Celtics took themselves out of that play. That's a 7-0 run. If they can run a few isolation plays for him, he'll come up with points.
Jumping it down low seems to be a good idea, Don.
Well, Bob, they feel the other team just can't defend them down there. Walker puts up the shot. Davis grabs the board. Gives it off to Lewis. Oh, baby, that got everyone out of their seats. That's a 9-0 run. The rest of the team gave him some room to operate. Batted away by Davis. With the jumper. Orlando playing the transition game. Pierce picks up the defensive foul. Davis has had a tough year from the line. Rims off. Makes the foul shot. Delk will bring it up court. He sets it up on the right side. He loves the isolation and lets him show off his offensive skills.
Out of bounds. Celtics ball.
He fakes. Puts up the jumper. That shot is good.
They just don't get any better than that.
Petit with a defensive foul. O'Neal to the line, shooting 2.
Tony Petit.
Hits the first. Foul shot, no good. Petit collects the rebound. Walker shoots.
Out of bounds. Boston ball.
They're going to try and get the ball to the post area.
If they can get points in the paint, it might open up the outside shot.
Davis is whistled for the defensive foul.
Baron Davis.
Blocked.
Now you can see why this man calls himself a baller.
Here's a guy that loves the isolation play.
He loves it because he knows he can take his man.
Weber picks off the
2
pass.
minutes remaining in the third
Passes
quarter.
off to Lewis. To Davis. With a nice shot fake. Back to Lewis. That was a slick two-handed jam.
The assistant, number 7, Richard Lewis.
He wants the isolation.
He knows he's the one with the advantage going one-on-one.
He leads the team with 12 points.
5.
Pass to Davis. He fakes the shot. To Lewis. Back to Lewis. He's been robbed. To Dell.
4. Hey. Yo, come on.
He pulls the trigger. Got it. He has 6 points. To Shaq. With a nice shot fake. Lewis makes the finger roll.
The assist to Chris Weber.
Delk sets things up.
Works, right?
One-on-one, this player's hard to stop. I don't think he realized where he was until it was too late, Robert.
And the only reason he figured it out was because he heard the referee's whistle.
Isaiah Ryder.
With a nice shot fake. To Davis. O'Neal in the paint. Swatted away by Petit.
Get your hands into it.
Out of bounds. Orlando.
10 on the shot clock. O'Neal pump fakes. Pass to Davis. To T-Mac.
Watch the clock.
With the Rainmaker. Got it.
The shooting doctor is in.
Number 1.
And you don't need an appointment to see him. Looks for 3. Got it. T-Mac is going to have to put a hand in the shooter's face to stop the other team's offensive attack. Lewis fakes the shot. Up for the lay-in.
With a little bit of effort, that shot could have been stopped.
Get it inside.
Puts up the tray. Dell gets that one.
For 3.
Shot clock.
To O'Neal. Unloads a 3. At the end of the third, the Magic lead 53-32. What a game these guys have played.
This has been their night, Don. Over the first 3 quarters, I think you can count the mistakes they've made on one hand.
Throwing it down with a tomahawk jam. The Magic did a great job.
We're seeing some excellent ball pressure on the floor.
Jams it. Boston won't get any points for their team defense.
That time, nobody was helping out.
Davis is called for the defensive foul.
Into the game for Boston. Number 10, Tyronn Lue. And number 32, Kevin Lewis.
Orlando kept bumping and grabbing and came up with the ball.
You need to stop.
Lewis comes up empty. To Lue. To Willis.
Come on, Brett.
Pass to Pierce. He shakes the defense with a quick crossover. Lewis gets the rebound. To Davis. He threw that one down hard. That's a 6-0 run. Orlando increases their lead to 27. They're looking to go down low and get some points in the paint. Davis picks up the defensive foul.
Baron Davis.
You got to watch that player when he isolates his man. Shot blocked by McGrady. He'll bring it up court.
Fist. Left, left, left.
Lou shoots and makes it.
Right now.
No good. Pass to Lou. Pierce is trying to run some plays for the big men to get some production in the paint. Dumps it into Walker. McGrady with the defensive foul.
To number 1, Tracy McGrady.
Shoots. Truth with an easy 2.
Number 3.
The Celtics reduce the lead to 23. Sends it to McGrady. Fake. To McGrady. To Davis. Stolen. To Lou. Lays it in. Suddenly, this is a team with a weak spot.
They'll need to get some big men back on defense.
Weber with the fake. He puts up the jumper. He hits it. That gives him 12 points. We're seeing the post players trying to establish position.
He's looking for the entry pass so he can go to work, Don.
Oh, that was an unbelievable 180 dunk.
The assist
To Shaq.
Kevin Willis.
To McGrady. Quick pass to Davis. Weber with the fake. Up with the shot. Not there. Willis gets the rebound. Sends it to Ryder. With the rainmaker. Lou drills the 3. He's now got 11 points.
Number 8, Antoine Walker. 2 minutes
To
remaining
Lewis.
in the 4th quarter.
McGrady at the baseline.
That's a travel.
Picks the pocket.
Into the game for Boston, number 4, Tony Batiste. And number 28, Tony Jones.
The Truth hits it.
He is in the zone.
That's an 8-zip run. Boston is behind by 15. Offensive foul.
They call him for the charge, Don.
It was a good call. The defense was set that time.
Into the game for the Boston Celtics, number 22, Patrick Brown.
Davis is whistled for the defensive foul.
Defensive foul to number 1, Baron Davis. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Picks the pocket.
They know they've got a chance in this game if they can hold him right here.
Bob, that was an errant pass.
In a game like this, Don, you don't want to start beating yourself up. The other team's trying hard enough.
To Pierce. With a nice shot fake. Blocked by Seaway.
Out of bounds.
They call him over the line.
Hey, and the nearest defender wasn't even close to the play.
To T-Mac. Strips the ball. Gives it off to Dell. Boston is on the fast break, and they've got the numbers.
Oh, that is what they needed from him.
That's an 11-0 run. To Davis. McGrady on the left side. No. Walker with the board. Delk sets it up on the left side. To Walker. He shoots from downtown. Lewis picks it out of the air.
If they can come up with another stop here, that puts them in great position to pull this one close.
He's red hot with 18 points. Davis is called for the defensive foul.
This guy is like a silent assassin from the line.
Yeah, on a good night, he'll get 6 or 8 extra points from here, and you won't even remember how.
The defense needs to buckle down and stop them here.
To Weber. McGrady gets his defender in the air to C-Web. Gives it off to Weber. Goes up with the shot. My goodness.
The assist to number 1, Tracy McGrady.
Looks at the 3. Dell hits the shot.
For 3.
Tonight's final. The match at 65 for Celtics 55.